My name is Peter Berninger, and I'm delighted to be here today for the introduction of T plus A electronics into North America. I have Elliot here from T plus A North America. Elliot, how are you?
I'm doing good, Peter. How are you doing today?
Welcome aboard.
Thank
Welcome
you.
aboard.
I'm excited.
Joe Barbie, House of Stereo.
Hey,
Joe, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Excited about T plus A.
I am totally excited about it. The sound in this room is exceptional. You'll hear that in a little while on the reference level system. But we're here to talk about the company. Now, I've passed by the halls in Munich of their exhibit many, many times. And I've always been curious, stuck my head in, it's mobbed. Well, I found out why. It's the
Yeah, so T plus A is #1 in Germany.
#1 brand in Germany.
#2 in Europe, and now they're making their big play into North America, and so pretty cool.
I think it's really cool because the fit and finish on the products is just impeccable, impeccable. And there's a look to it. It's got a little bit of that. It's got that European flair to it. A very sophisticated look to it. So a little bit of background on the company, guys.
Well, okay, so T plus A was founded in 1978 by Siggy Amundsen. I think in the 80s he started getting into electronics. He was originally a speaker maker. By the 90s, electronics were the main part of their business, and so they've continued, and they've got a series of various products at different price points, and they have for 20, 30 plus years. So really neat company that we have not seen enough of here in America, but of course that's now changing. T plus A North America is officially incorporated, and so they have a permanent American presence here now.
Well, that's an important thing. You're considering purchasing a product from Europe or from Asia or from Eastern Europe, that you have that there's a representative that you can call.
Yes.
And then the representative will, setting up service centers if there's any problems with it.
Right.
And this is why we have representatives. From the way I understand it, it's complete. You're supporting all of your dealers.
Yes, we are. We have 2 service centers in the U.S. too as well now. So,
Good, okay.
Any service issues, that's all taken care of. And yeah, we're definitely supporting our dealers, which is great.
And what makes me happy is they're now using a warehousing effort. So they have stock here in Florida, or not in Florida, but here in the United States. And so we're no longer having to grab from Germany. It's already here.
That's good.
So getting products to customers, this and that, T plus A is on the right path.
Well, that's exactly what we need to do, particularly with the supply line issues we have today. Having the products here, domiciled in a warehouse here, and then that's what you're providing to the dealer. So when a customer calls and orders it, he's not waiting a year for a delivery.
Right.
And I mean, that is happening today.
Oh, yeah.
People are waiting up to 12 months to get a product delivered. So congratulations to that effort. Yeah, that's a great thing.
Our founder's brilliant. He tends to stock a lot of inventory, which keeps us
Got it.
being able to do this, which is amazing.
So what do we have here? These products right in front of us.
Okay, so T plus A gets most of their press in their big iron, the high voltage line, which is their reference gear.
Got it.
That's what we're showing off here to such great effect. But T plus A is a much bigger company than that, and they have a lot of European sensibilities, and they understand modern markets far better than most. And so what this is, and these are actually really cool. I have one of these at home. I'm about to give my mother one of these for her house. But these are all-in-ones with the CD player and the network stage and a couple of analog inputs. The Caruso line, this actually has a pair of speakers on either side and a subwoofer on the bottom.
Oh, wow.
And so that sits in my dining room, and my kids can use it, and they know how to use a tablet and play music. And one of the big things that we always get is people do a double take and say, wait, that's what's playing? Because it's a stereo system. It's actually really awesome. Likewise, they shrunk it down a little bit because they did not need speakers in it. This is a 50 watt per channel, integrated all in one, and we're driving the S10s here, which is a line that was kind of made to go hand in hand with the Caruso and CALA product lines. So that's kind of at the, and I suspect that this is a small European flat. This is a product for a small European flat where there may be a credenza at the top of the room, and they want sound, but there's just not the space. So that follows here in America as well. That's a pretty neat product line. And then as you move up the line, they've just announced the 200 series. And the 200 series is really important.
Okay, we've moved over here. Joe, Elliot, what do we have here?
Okay, this is the new 200 series. This is the North American debut of T+A's new 200 series. Now, a few months ago, they discontinued the 8 series line, the DAC 8 DSD that was so important, the AMP 8 and the MP 8. The new 200 series was developed by, in part with Conradin, the founder's son, engineer in his own right, really coming into his own in the company. And what they did, and this is my favorite part, you know, being partial to DACs myself, the SD reference DAC design. This is their $35,000 DAC. This is 2020, 2021 design. Completely new architecture. The 200 series features trickle-down technology. So the DSD 1024 DAC inside this reference DAC, they shrunk it down to fit inside the DAC 200. We first saw it with the HA200, the headphone amp, that featured a headphone amplifier in DAC, and Herb Reichert loved it. It goes with the Solitaire P headphones. Well, now they've come out with the rest. Now we have the multiplayer that takes care of CDs and streaming, which then outputs to the DAC. And best part of all, they've created a new amplifier. So this is a $4,900 amplifier, 125 watts of power. This little stack it's ready for, you can take a turntable and a phono stage and plug it into this, and you have a complete system. So they were building probably for those new audiophile customers that are looking for those smaller systems, that are looking for integration and, you know, to fill a smaller room. This is perfect for that, but it retains all of the high quality of the high voltage line thanks to that trickle down technology. So we're super excited. I have a feeling that the DAC 200 is going to be as important to digital audio as the DAC 8 was in the last decade. So this is a big deal for us. This is our most pre-ordered DAC in House of Stereo's history.
Wow.
So we have 1 or 2 more rounds of shipments to get all our existing customers taken care of, and we're taking orders here on the floor today.
Wow. Yeah, look at the meters on there.
Yeah, the meters are beautiful.
They are beautiful.
You can tell
Look at
that it's a German design. It's something to look at.
Yeah, it really is.
Very elegant.
Yeah.
It blends in well with furniture. So it's
And the best part, Peter, you can actually tune the color of these. So if you wanted to put it in red Darth Vader mode, or you wanted to make it green or blue, it's really a cool technology. The other thing about this has an analog volume stage. It's got a resistor volume.
Okay.
And so you can use this as a preamp, just like we're doing with the SDV reference up top. So the 200 series.
very cool.
Look at that. Very cool.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh yeah, no problem. I think that's what our shop's DAC 200 looks like.
Yeah. Very cool. Very cool.
The pay homage to the Darth Vader logo.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 200 series we're super excited about. In addition, though, T+A has an E series and then an R series. R series is just under the high voltage. Phenomenal DACs and SACD players, integrated amplifier that's 280 watts per channel. It's a workhorse. I use it every day at home, and I love it. Now, in addition to that, and I remember seeing you in a room with the Solitaire speakers by T+A. I think that was Chicago. They're revamping the Solitaire line and expanding the Solitaire line. So they're going to be coming back into the United States with a whole suite of new speakers. And T+A's Pulsar, the $2,000 bookshelves and the $4,400 floor standards make up a huge part of some of our beginner audiophile purchasing at House of Stereo.
Oh, how about that?
And in fact, my father, who can steal anything off my floor that he likes with impunity, bought the Talus S300s, which is a $15,000, $16,000 floor standard by T+A, pure aluminum cabinet. Of all the speakers, these are the ones that he picked to own.
How about that?
So, yeah, we're a big T+A shop, and I think it's easy to see why.
I can see why now.
Yeah.
I mean, what a extensive product line. And how about over here?
So over here we have a DAC 200, an HA200, which is a headphone amplifier. They're Solitaire PSE headphones, and then their reference Solitaire P headphones. Great design. As far as these go, the idea behind this is for kind of the younger crowd, my generation, which we grew up listening to headphones.
Yep.
It's great to have at home. Especially for people that don't have the space for a big 2-channel system. You get incredible sound, some of the best there is, and you still get this. You get the meters. This has
Yeah, they're beautiful.
a DAC and analog stage. So
So what we have with the HA200 is they took that new DAC architecture from the reference, and through Conradin's urging, Conradin is my generation and his generation here. So he said, we've got to come out with a headphone product. We need to reach that market. It's a growing market, and it's bigger than you think. So they came out with that, and the planar magnetostatic headphones. Both pair are planar magnetostatic, so they sound phenomenal, and immediately they're the darlings of the headphone world.
No
we
kidding.
have a couple of different places in the show. In the Can Jam area, we've thrown them. I mean, people have been clamoring to borrow them. So for a company to make their first headphone product and first headphones and arrive at the top of the market on their first try, how often does that happen?
Yeah.
And that just speaks to the engineering prowess that they have. They have 13, I think, full-time engineers, 5 of which are PhD level, the rest are master's level, including both father and son principals of the company. So just awesome.
they have a whole department, just all engineers in the factory. It's incredible.
Well, you can just see the look. You can tell that it's over-engineered. Speaking of over-engineering, there's some reference level products off to our right. Can we take a look at those next?
Yeah, do you want to talk about them?
Yeah, let's go talk about those.
Yep.
Okay, here we are with the big guys.
So these are the 40th anniversary M40 high voltage monoblocks. Now these monoblocks are good for 1,000 watts per channel.
Wow.
They feature 6 SN7 tubes on the input stage, and then you can also change it into high current mode. So if you have a more efficient speaker and you want to provide more current to it than sheer wattage.
There we are.
So these drive our biggest loads. These are our audio vectors, our focal utopias, the big stuff we reserve for the M40 HVs.
Man, are they striking to look at. And viewers, you can see we have a curved side here for the heat sinks. And that's a really, really slick look. Sorry to interrupt there. Just beautiful.
So then we have, this is the SDV3100. So this is a reference streaming DAC and preamp all together. So what they've done is they've taken their P3100 preamp technology and combined it with their reference DAC. And so this is my reference system. I use it personally almost every day, how much I love it. DSD 1024 playing DAC, 2 USB inputs. And really what this is a digital and analog hub. So you have balanced and unbalanced analog inputs, not to mention the full complement of of digital technology. Of course, what we're doing is with our own Red Wolf 2SX, this is our Wolf Audio System server, and I'll freely admit, we play with a lot of DACs. My reference is T+A, and I do most of our development on T+A's DACs.
Really? Wow.
Yep. And so, through House of Stereo and Wolf Audio Systems, we've really grown close with T+A, and I rely on them daily.
Well, it's very impressive sound. We've had several listening sessions here in this room. We have the TAD speakers, synergistic UEF technology. We have a VPI turntable. It's just a stunning system.
Thank you.
Stunning system.
Thank you.
Let's play some music.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
My favorite part of the show report.
Our bodies are hurting like hell. They promise to never leave us alone. Our hearts are breaking like bones. They're picking stars like apples from the sky, threatening to throw them in the sea, so we won't have anything to gaze upon. What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that? Was going to take us home. Dreams are breaking like glass. But faith is hard like stone. Sometimes so hard to see. When I lay down and forget this, you need to be telling me. What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that? Was going to take us home. What happened to liberty and the bridges we almost got done? What happened to that? Was going to take us home.
I mean, Annette Aspic, we play that track all the time. The song, of course, is Liberty. And she has been liberated from the internet. She's now in the room with us. I mean, it's that profound. It's so good to have T+A here in North America, TAD back in North America. How cool can this be? The sound here is ultra dynamic. It's so realistic. It's organically correct. It's got accurate tone. It's got microdynamics and macrodynamics. I mean, these are surprisingly bassy. They go down to 30 hertz. You could hear it. It was just an outstanding presentation of Liberty. So congratulations, guys. Super sound in this room at Capitol Audio Fest. We're going to do everything we can to help T+A get the word out on how good your equipment is, how beautiful it is, from the entry level, from the starting point, all the way up to the reference level. Just awesome. So thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Yep. Peter Berninger for AV Showrooms.